All right, here we go. It is time for some Kerbal Space Program. Let me turn off the stream countdown, close out that window. Actually, I'll switch that window to the KSP calcs because I'll probably need that. But then minimize it. Make sure I've got stuff closed down so my CPU doesn't melt. Close Spotify. All right. I've also applied a mask to the camera, as you can see, so that it takes up a little bit less space. You know, the corners here. Ooh, it's mirrored. Corners here, and wow, this is really hard. Here and here. Clearly, my face is never in those corners. So, figured it would be good to save a little bit of space. Hopefully, it doesn't murder my CPU as much. I think what's weird is like applying that mask, even though it shows less of the cam, actually takes more CPU because it still shows the whole thing and then like cuts it down. But I don't think it takes much CPU. I'm just doing, I think, 800 by 600 for the face cam because it's even smaller than that. But for some reason, the zoom feature. Well, actually, I should try that. Maybe next time I'll try it. But wow, you can. I'm just noticing the color balance is changing significantly when I switch from like a light screen to a dark screen. Anyway, it's possible that I should try the smaller resolutions again. And that'll take even less CPU to show the smaller resolutions. So today we are going to be streaming some Kerbal Space Program, and then we'll be streaming some Songs of Six after that. So we're going to do a little bit of a dual stream. Songs of Six has had a much higher viewership than Kerbal Space Program. Not that that's what drives me forward, but you know, I care about doing things that people are interested in as well, and a lot more people are engaging with Songs of Six than Kerbal Space Program. So this might be my last Kerbal Space Program stream. I mean, we're gonna go to the moon, and it's gonna be awesome. And I just minimized my game. And we'll see. Yeah, we'll see if I end up doing more or not. We made a lot of money off of our moon stuff, and we still have the moon program. Plant a flag on the moon is the point of that one, and let's see if there are any missions we can grab. Probably not, because unfortunately the career evolution, while I like it, has a bit too much of the railroading, which is, I don't know if it's only a D&D term, but it's a term that kind of, you know, says like, oh, well, you have to do this, and then you have to do this, and then you have to do this, and then you have to do this. I mean, it looks like a few of them, you can skip a few of them, but you can't skip all of them. And for the crewed milestones, it's like, oh, the first crewed landing on the moon first has to do moon orbit. And the first orbit has to first do these three. And so it just makes you do things in a very particular order, which I don't love. So land on moon, that one I can do. Crewed landing, manned return from orbit of moon, I can do that. Must have a Kerbal on board, orbit moon, and return home. Okay, I can do that one. Rescue and recovery, rover missions. Rovers are awesome. I love building rovers. ScanSat we already did. So that should be enough. We've also got Break the Sound Barrier with a crew member, which will give me a little bit of money. But yeah, between all of these, I should make plenty of money. I am going to cancel this one because I don't have the resource ScanSat thing. I only lose a little bit of money. It's fine. Got my coffee. Um, and then, all right, yeah, let's get constructing. Contract canceled. I am aware. So, I think we already. Sorry, we don't need to get constructed. We need to get launching. We already designed the whole thing. Let's just confirm with a new mind that everything's good to go. It was Moons. No, it was Kerbal. No, I started naming them out all cool, and then I just got. I think it's way more practical to name them a bit more specifically. Okay, so this is what we built. So the first two stages have probably about 2,700. I mean, you know, I'll gain quite a bit of altitude by the time I get to the second stage. So probably closer to like 2,700, and then the third stage, or S7 here, has 2,800. So we should have plenty of delta V to get into orbit. Plenty of delta V. And then we need enough delta V to go to the moon and back. So we've got 2,000 delta V on this stage. I think that's stage 4, right? Yeah. So stage 4, 2,000 delta V, which is enough. Let me open the DV map real quick. Yeah, transfer and capture. 2,000 should be enough for that. I don't know if I'll be able to hit a bunch of biomes, but I mean, we can try, but oops, that's the wrong thing. But yeah, I guess we'll see. We'll at least get to land on the moon in one location and come back, which is already a lot of science. If we can hit up a second biome, that's great. Yeah. I mean, this is pretty great, I think. Oh, the fairing. I hope I made a change that will allow me to make this bigger. Procedural fairing, base ring. Nope. I don't totally understand why that's limited. Can this one get any bigger? No. It's also kept out at 1.5. So it might have something to do... What did I change? I'm not going to save it because I don't think I changed anything. It might have something to do with... Gosh, I don't even know. I was looking in the procedural fairings file, and I couldn't find anything that I felt like I could actually change. Maybe there's an upgrade that I missed somewhere. Maybe... Are the upgrades like out of order? Is there an upgrade before I even unlocked it? Flight control... Because there's the one that gets me max diameter 12 meters, which is great. But that's a lot of science to just get that one thing. Maybe... There. Let's start with that. Oh, what is in here? Procedural fairings thrust plate max diameter. Maybe it's in one of the structures. Oh, here it is. I see. It's in advanced construction. Aha. I was wondering where that upgrade was. Oh, there's a... Wait a second. Hold on. I just confused myself. This one has a 4 meter. And then this one has a 2.75 meter. That's confusing. I guess I'll take the 4 meter one and purchase it. And yeah, someone left a comment, sorry, I don't remember your name, on my last video that mentioned we have to purchase these upgrades, which is weird. I don't feel like that's how it should work, but it is how it works. So to get the more battery, procedural battery. Oh, the Gravioli one. Can I unlock that? No, it's 550. That thing gets you so much science. It's insane. So I want to make sure I've purchased all of these battery upgrades. I don't know why this one's only up to 600 though. Like, I already have unlocked batteries that can hold 1,000 electric charge. Why would that one only be 600? Like, that one's 2,400, but we would need some more science to unlock that, so for now I'll just have to live with it. But this should mean I can do a bigger procedural fairing, which is great. And then just for fun, let's check out the battery. So now we can pop down a procedural battery. Oh, should I move my face cam? Yeah, I should probably. I mean, that corner's not actually that special, but I feel like right here is a little bit more convenient for now. Okay, and then, okay, so our batteries can be, yeah, up to 600 charge now, which is a little better, especially for my small probes, at least. Okay, so this procedural fairing, keep clicking out of my Kerbal Space Program window. Let's take this off. And we would like 4 fairing nodes. Base size can still not change. What? Say what now? Payload. Aerodynamic. Where did my procedural fairings even go? Now we've gone and done it. Oh, it's in coupling. Base size is still maxing out at 1.5. Cool. Okay, let's try this again. Don't save. Maybe I need both upgrades because I only bought the 4-meter one. Maybe I need to have both. It's weird. Watch this still not work. So that was in specialized construction. So I guess I'll just buy that. Purchase that. Procedural fairings, max diameter. Procedural fairings. See, it's weird. The upgrade, it doesn't even show up as that. What if I just put fairings? Yeah, it only shows up in certain places, but I think we've got all the upgrades for it. So hopefully that does it. Guess we'll find out. If that doesn't do it, I'm going to be real sad. Sad panda. Okay. Does it work now, please? Ooh, got a little bit of lag there. Size. What on earth? What the heck? It's still maxing out at 1.5. What about this one? Dang it. That is really frustrating. I might just use... Is this gonna be different? No, that's the same. So at this point, procedural fairings is actually messing me up. because it's even, I have the procedural fairings for everything, which changes the stock fairings to also be procedural fairings. So I don't even think we have, maybe if I search for them, the stock fairings. I at least have the 1.875, which is slightly better than what we have now. But this is really frustrating. I don't know why this would be the case. Asides for clamshell deploy on build fairing. I guess we'll just build it ourselves. Okay. I mean, that works. That works, I guess. Did that steal some of my delta V? Those are generally heavier than the procedural fairings. No. That's still enough. Okay. I think we're ready for launch. So let's make sure our crew are correct. Jebediah, yep. And then the other thing I want to do is just ensure that this thing... Oh, we're also going to have to... Wow, 400 tons? Yeah, we're going to have to upgrade our landing pad, which we will be able to afford. Or a launch pad. So it can be of any size. But I do want to confirm that this thing can land safely. So what we're going to do is Kerbal, orbit. We're going to go at a high altitude of 800... or 8 million. So 8,000 kilometers. 1, 2, 3. And start simulation. And then what we're going to do is basically just thrust it right back down to Kerbal in such a way that we re-enter very quickly. Quicker than we even would from the moon. Okay. So, loading the game. Beautiful. Okay, I'm just gonna start with decoupling. Okay, that's pretty awesome, actually. Send those rockets off into oblivion. And then we will turn to retrograde. Until our periapsis is correct. And then what we'll do is we'll find the thrust angle such that our periapsis remains the same, but our speed keeps increasing. So we'll re-enter at a very high speed is our goal. Okay, down to 2 million. Okay, we'll slow down time again. Okay, so there's 40,000 meters. Let's just jettison again so I have a bit more attitude control. Okay, so I kind of want prograde plus what? Radial in, I think. Some combination of prograde and radial in will get me a similar periapsis, but same speed. Yeah, something like this. Wow, this thing does not have good acceleration. It's only 3. What's going on here? Did I account for this being an 8-minute burn time? I don't think I did. Let's change to the other one. Okay, so this is actually going to be my landing stage. Okay, 15,000. Usually 40,000 is about where I like the landers to go. Where did it go? I don't know why it zooms out so far sometimes. Okay, let's speed up time to 3x. Trying to keep that apoapsis around 40,000. Or periapsis, I mean. It's not as easy as it sounds. Okay. How's that looking? So essentially what we're trying to do, I'm going to slow down again. We're trying to raise our orbit kind of behind us so that it's at the moon's level. And this will simulate us coming back from the moon, essentially. So like right now, the backside of our orbit is outside of Kerbin's SOI. So this simulates the speed we'll actually be going. So then we want to close down the bay, jettison all this stuff, arm the parachute, and see what happens. And I mean, surface retrograde is going to be what we'll want when we get closer to the planet. So time to see what happens. Okay. Science alert, you can take a break. Turn off for now. Okay. So we'll see if this heat shield can take it with the 150 ablator. Wait, what the heck? Why did the parachute deploy right there? Well, that's annoying. We'll just have to reconfigure the parachute for sure. See, 150 might not be enough ablator. Uh-oh. Okay, that's very much not good. Crap. So it's good we tested this. Terminate simulation. Not good, not good, not good. Okay, how are we going to fix this? So... So first of all, our parachute was configured incorrectly. So let's... Everything below the heat shield, let's take that off for a second. Put that over there. Okay, so the parachute somehow is very badly configured. Oh, altitude pre-deployment. I've done that before. I wanted 7,000, I did 70,000. Okay. There we go. Okay, so that fixes that. Then the heat shield, I don't know why that's not good enough. I think this messes with the center of mass a little bit too much. Let's... I hate that it adds mass, but let's go up to 250 ablator. And we want the center of mass overlay here. That also lowers it a little bit, which is good. Hopefully that can help us not explode. You know, a bigger scale, maybe just a tiny bit bigger will help. Also, let's try that to make it a tiny bit bigger than 1.875 meters. That's where tweak scale can be helpful. And then decoupler there. Also, yeah, this burn time of 8 minutes. I don't think I paid attention to that. That's the one that's supposed to go to the moon. 8 minutes is going to be pretty rough. I think that's okay, though. I'll definitely lose some efficiency on an 8-minute burn, but we can handle it. Save. Test. I guess I can do orbit, Kerbal, 100 million meters, right? Yeah. And then I can just deorbit. I don't know why I didn't think of that before. Oh. Because that's, I think, roughly equivalent to the moon's orbit. Or is that Minmus's orbit? I can't remember. I guess we'll find out. Guess we will find out. All right. Simulation costs are increasing, and I haven't even started yet. How high up is this orbit? It is, yeah, that's right around the moon. Perfect. Okay, so then we need to go retrograde. Wow, our, gosh, this game is just so laggy. Okay. Let's get rid of all that. So we do need a little bit of prograde. So that our periapsis is 40,000. There we go. Okay, so let's try this again. Jettison, jettison, jettison. Arm parachute, surface, retrograde, turn off. Science alert. Okay, it's still off. Good. And then we can speed up time quite a lot. 10,000. 100,000. Boop, boop, boop. Perfect. I think. Nope. Gosh dang it. So frustrating. Restart simulation. Revert to launch. That was just me time warping too fast. Because we need to be heat shield down before we hit the atmosphere, essentially. Okay. Let's just get rid of these. Okay. Retrograde. Retrograde. It's very easy to deorbit when you're already going very slow because you just have to get down to 0, basically. There we go. Okay, so again, arm parachute. Do that. Oh, that changed my periapsis significantly, actually. I should wait to eject until we're closer, and that'll change my... what's it called? Trajectory less. Okay, 3 days. Yeah, it just gets exponentially faster as we get closer, so I don't want to slam into the atmosphere. Okay, now it should be a bit more reasonable. So we still want surface retrograde. That's at least a little bit closer to what it's supposed to be. Re-entry in 10 minutes. 7 minutes. 60 seconds. Okay, hopefully this time we can survive re-entry. Guess we'll find out. That heat shield really has to stay forward. If it doesn't, we are totally screwed. Okay, it does seem like the increased size is helping. Nope, it's not. We're still tilting over too much. Gosh dang it. Crap. Okay. We designed this whole moon lander. I thought everything was going to work. Woe is me. Woe is me. So this is not landing safely. Because it's not stable. Do I have the air brakes? Would that be crazy to put air brakes on this thing? I don't have air brakes either. Because the problem is the center normally... Well, I guess I have another idea. Okay, so the service bay would be here, the heat shield would be here, and you can see that the center of mass is a lot lower down compared to where the heat shield is. You know, that angle right there is what, like 60 degrees maybe? But when we put the service bay underneath this, and then we put this underneath the service bay, we're at a much shallower angle, or steeper angle, I guess. And And that's bad because then that allows for more wiggle room at the top. You know, if the center of mass was all the way down here, then it stays very, you know, heavy part forward generally. So what we should do is not be a dummy, and we just put the decoupler there, and then we put the science underneath the decoupler, and then we put the liquid tank underneath the science bay. Bada bing, bada boom. And that way we have a lower center of mass. And I think we're actually going to need a bit more ablator yet again. We lose, what, 50 delta V to do that? I think that's okay. So let's try that version. Originally I'd switched the other way just to save the science money, because the science equipment is the most expensive equipment. But whatever. We need to survive more than we need to save a few money. We have 2 million monies. I think I can afford it. So Kerbal orbit 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 100 million meters. Start simulation. Okay, third tries the charm. That's what I've heard people say. I don't think it's true, but maybe it will be in this case. Maybe it will be in this case. Gosh, I wouldn't have thought this would take so many tries. I thought I had designed something that could survive re-entry, but apparently not. Okay, here we go, 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 go. Okay, step 1. Get rid of all these extra parts. Escape from that thing. Go retrograde. Oh, this is still the wrong stage. That's the one we want. I feel like this thing looks pretty cool. It's gonna be fun to land that on the moon. Okay. Orbiting is almost complete. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Basically 0. Okay. And then we time warp. 5 days, 4 days, 2 days. Okay, we'll keep it at this speed. Slow it down again. Okay. Quick. Surf it. Oh, I did it again. Gosh. Dang it. No. Explosion. Imminent. Oh. I really need to pay more attention. Okay. Restart simulation. At least that time it didn't take me long to get there. But I really need to be more careful. It just speeds up so fast there at the end. You think you're okay, and then all of a sudden you're not. And my CPU is just not fast enough to play this game without lag, so there's lag too, and the time warp kind of slowly undoes itself, and so there's just all sorts of issues. Okay. Please get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And there we go. Retrograde will do it. Okay. Speed up time. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, 1. Okay, there we go. Went a little too far. What I really should do is make a maneuver and then warp to maneuver. That's probably a good idea. Okay, we'll go for 40. 42 should be fine. And then let's make a maneuver set for... Actually, which way am I going? Shoot. Am I going this way? 5 days. 5 days, 1 hour. 5 days, 6 hours. I'm going this way. Okay. So let's make a maneuver right here. Oh, wait, there's a warp to here button. Let's just do that. And then I don't have to worry about screwing it up. Perfect. Okay, so now we will surface SAS is not working, so that's a thing. Cool. Why is that exactly? It's because I'm out of electric charge, maybe? Yeah, that's the reason. Okay. So, surface retrograde is what we need. We'll speed up a little bit to get down to 1 minute. 5, 4, 3, 2. See, and then I get these big lag spikes, so that's part of why I've been crashing into it in the first place. Okay, so now we will decouple arm parachute. And we need to do reserve power. We just lost all our electric charge for some reason. So reserve, transfer, reserve to main. Which is different than capacitors, but basically the same as capacitors. Okay, so let's see if we can survive this. We should have ejected at a different angle. If I run into that thing, I'm going to be laughing. Okay, well, all that stuff is exploding. And here we have to pay attention to our ablator. Periapsis, we still have 40 seconds to periapsis. I think we're doing okay. The only fear is that we run out of ablator. Because I think we're going to slow down enough to stay in the atmosphere. We've got a 160%, so we're slowing down a lot. Time to apoapsis, yeah, it's starting to like stay the same, so that, yep, and now it's increasing. So we're definitely gonna get trapped in the atmosphere, which is good. But we are probably gonna run out of ablator, which is a problem. And as soon as we run out of ablator, I think this whole thing's going to explode. Crap. Okay, we just officially lost our orbit. Yep, no more ablator. Oh. Really? I thought we needed that. Apparently the ablator is not all that effective. Let's time warp, see what happens. Okay, I mean, this seems to work fine. Slowing down, slowing down. Now we just have to make sure the parachute gives us a soft landing. And there we go. Landing here in the arid lowlands. Looks like we're slowing down. Parachute should be safe to deploy, which it'll do at 7,000. There it goes. Pre-deployment at least. And then we'll have full deployment when terrain altitude is, I think, 700 or 1,000, somewhere in that range. There it goes. Down to 4 meters a second. Speed time up a little bit. Hopefully we get a safe landing. I guess we'll find out. Here goes nothing. $200. I'm looking at this number down here. 100. Slow down to 3x, and yep, everything's good. Okay, terminate simulation. Perfect. So we have confirmation that we can come back from the moon safely and land safely. Excuse me. And that's all we need. Do we have that inflatable heat shield? That thing is really awesome. Yeah, we don't have that yet, but if we did, I should have used it. But we don't, so it doesn't matter. Okay, let's save this. We can't launch. We have to buy the upgrade to the launch pad first. And then we'll go launch our big boy rocket. This is easily the biggest rocket we've built so far, 400 tons. That's a lot of weight. So upgrade the launch pad. I guess I could have just launched it straight from there, but oh well. Excuse me. Man. This is a big rocket. Okay. I still don't understand why the procedural decoupler thing, or fairing thing, isn't working right. But whatever. Okay, so we want to make sure our crew is good. Pilot, scientist, yep. And then staging seems to be good. Let's go for it. Launch. Now we're gonna have to go like straight up with the first stage and then tilt over and be at a really big angle for that second solid rocket stage. Otherwise we'll have an apoapsis that's way too high because we can't control the solid fuel burn. We may even want to change the thrust limiter on that second stage if this doesn't go well. So we'll save before we start and see what happens. Ooh, a nice evening. Or is this morning? I don't know. A save game. And so I think we'll just go straight up. first stage. Oh, my TWR is very low. Why did I think it was bigger? That's really bad. We might need to double up on these Pollux rockets. This is not getting me anywhere. I don't know why I didn't look at the TWR. It's the most important thing for stage 1. Ideally, stage 1 has a TWR of like 3, so you really just take off there. I think what I can do is just copy this. And we'll do 2. Or do I have a bigger SRB? Oh yeah, we've got bigger ones. So Pollux has a thrust of, what is that? 1K roughly. This has a thrust of 1500. The twin bore is not really a booster. So okay, so that gets me up to, well, 1.53. If I use the thoroughbreds, I get up to still only 1.28. And they are lifting a lot of weight. I mean, I'm also lifting solid rocket boosters, so that's kind of maybe part of the problem. I guess I could just attach more boosters onto these boosters. Have them be part of the same stage. 1.62. That should be fine. Need hecka nose cones for these things, though. Do I even have nose cones that big? Those aren't even big enough. I need a 2.5 meter nose cone. There it is. How much do they weigh? 200 kilograms. That's nothing compared to 800 tons. 760 tons. Okay, that's a little better, and we have more delta V to play with in these first 2 stages, so that will actually help a lot. In fact, due to these changes and me feeling more confident about things, I'm going to improve the engine on this stage to make it not an 8-minute burn. We're just going to use a... do I have the... what is it? The Poodle? We have the Skipper. Don't think I have the Poodle. So the Terrier is here. And that has 345. What I'd like is a little bit more thrust. But still a high ISP. Okay, the Cheetah might be the one. 355. It's actually more... the next best one would be... Bobcat's not good. Yeah, I mean, the Skipper has 320, but that's too much. So we'll use the Cheetah here. That way it's only a 3-minute, 25-second burn. And 1863 versus the Terrier, which was 1893. So it's not that much of a difference. And that'll burn more than twice as fast. And then we attach the decoupler to that. Why is that such a weird attachment node? What the heck? That's like way too far down. Means my fairing's got to be bigger. Edit fairing. Okay, we'll delete down to this stage. Okay. All right, here we go. We've messed up our staging again. There's that. Save, launch. That is a lot of solid rocket boosters, let me tell you. Whew. Here I thought we were going to start the stream with launching this, and it took us an hour to fix everything. So this is a Kerbal Space Program for you. I mean, it's an amazing game, but you spend so much time tweaking and editing crap. It's not a quick play kind of game. And really, I think the biggest issue, some people are like, oh, the graphics aren't, graphics or whatever. The whole point of the game is simulation and design, and the graphics are fun, but for me, the biggest issue with the game is just the frame rate and the amount which it tends to lag and slow down. Let's make sure we have auto strut here. Forgot that. Okay, let's try this. Let's save again. Here goes nothing. All right, well, we have liftoff. Seems to be a little better. A little bit better on the TWR. I'm going to start tilting over to 10 degrees. Because if I don't, we're going to have some issues. Yeah, I mean, you can see the frame rate is just horrendous. It's just such a CPU-intensive game. I don't even have that many parts, or the graphics turned up super high. So, I do know one, let's see, can I change? One setting is the anti-aliasing, and then maybe I can turn down the aerodynamic quality. Maybe that'll speed. Yeah, that helps the frame rate for sure. Okay, we need to pitch over a little bit more even. Our apoapsis is already too high. So we'll try to get in line with our orbit here. Okay, so I'm going to create a separate stage so we can decouple from those bad boys. And the next stage is a 1-minute burn. So in this case, given where things are at, I think I'm going to wait until I'm only 30 seconds away from my apoapsis to start. And we'll see if that turns out okay. Oh, and I can definitely deploy. Let's see how much weight this has. 203.3 tons down to 201.8. So that was like 1.5 tons that I was carrying. Okay, so like I said, I'm gonna wait for that. We should probably have science alert back on to, well, on. And then, ooh, we can even do Well, I'm gonna wait till I'm in orbit. Let's wait a minute on that. Okay, so I'm still 30 seconds away. So we'll try 30 seconds. And then I'm gonna pop these SRBs. And we're just gonna go directly to the side here. So the reason I waited is that way I won't raise my orbit too much. Try to reduce my inclination a bit too here. Because I mostly just want to go to the side and get that horizontal velocity going. Maybe that was a bit too late. I overestimated the capabilities of this stage of solid rocket boosters, I think. Okay. So this stage is a skipper, okay. Have to have a little bit of vertical speed added here as we approach orbital velocity. Thankfully, we're already at 2600. So I think we might be okay. The re-entry time is staying pretty constant, which is good news. Slowly counting down, but we'll probably see it go back up soon. So I think we'll be okay. I'm gonna speed up time just a smidge. We'll go to 3x. Try to stay at 10 degrees above the horizon. Okay, looks like our vertical speed is getting canceled out. That's great. So at this point, yeah, that seems to be the main issue. Gosh, I have no capability of controlling this. Let's see. So let's quick save. Our monopropellant is designed for that stage to turn, not this one. But it looks like we can do a little bit of work. Because what we want is radial out. Which will kill the vertical speed. Because we want a bit more of a circular orbit. I'd like the eccentricity to get down to 0.5% or less. Okay. So we'll kill the orbital velocity, and then we'll see whether we need prograde or retrograde to finish circularizing. Looks like we are going to need prograde, which, is it this way? I think it's this way. Okay, so we're down to 0.3%. 0.2%. We'll do a little boost right here. 1%, 0.08. That's good enough. Okay, so now to get to the moon, we need a maneuver node. Set as target. We're within 0.2 degrees, which is nice. And we usually probably be something around here. Okay, so a bit more, and then a bit more time. Bit less delta V, bit more time. Okay. Focus view so we can see what's going on here. There we go. Nice close approach. Burn time 1 minute 44 seconds. That's not bad at all. And that extra solid rocket stuff really helped out because most of our ejection burn to the moon isn't even a stage that was designed to go to the moon. So that extra solid rocket stuff really helped, which is good. Let's see. We are 12 minutes from burn. So I think I'm gonna save it again. And then I'm gonna do a couple park commander things. We need to open the service bay. Extend the panels. And then probably do some science now that we're happily in orbit. We're going to collect all. Oh, deploy all. I still don't understand really what EVA science experiment is. I don't understand that. So what's that button? I don't know what that is. But we can keep that, board the plane, collect all. And then we actually need to EVA Bob so he can jetpack over to restore the Science Junior. Okay. Wait, where did that EVA report go? Okay, so then this thing should already have 3 stored data. Wait, crew report, review stored data. Did I get 2 crew reports? What happened? Because doesn't this already have a crew report? Okay, just in space near Kerbal is all you get. Same with material study. But the EVA report is based on biome. Got it. So now there should be 4. Uh-oh. What it... Oh, I'm an idiot. I didn't even need the experiment storage module. The command pod has the same capability. Cool. Okay, so that was just useless. Alright, well, whatever. I'm gonna speed things up to our maneuver node. I probably need like a whole minute to turn. 6, 5, 4, 3, speed up. It's going to keep doing this. 2. Okay. So turn on RCS. Try to turn. This thing is very slow to turn. Because this is thrusting essentially toward the center of mass is probably somewhere around here, so it's just not able to torque very much. So I don't know why I'm spinning so much. Okay. Almost there. Okay, we'll turn off RCS and start burning 4, 3, 2, 1. Go for it. Okay. Here we go. Where the rubber meets the road. Okay. It's a decent amount of torque. I mean, not a ton, but a little bit more than I'd like. I'm gonna speed up time just a smidge, make this burn a little faster. Slow down again, we're about to run out of fuel. Jettison. Now we're in the cheetah stage. Here's the point where we start to look and see how's our moon approach coming. There it is. Now, here's what I've never figured out. Is it better to go in front of the moon or behind the moon? I feel like I've even asked this question multiple times on the forums. Like, does it even matter? So I guess we can do a little bit of testing. So, like, let's imagine our periapsis is here, and we do periapsis circularize. That's going to be 303 delta V. It also matters what way the surface is turning, right? The surface is turning this way, so if you're landing that way, you have less anti-surface speed. So that's 303. Now, if we change, to zoom out for this, but let's imagine I change this slightly so that I come in front of the moon, which is probably going to be radial, anti-radial. So let's also get that to 488, but on the other side. Essentially coming in front of it. Then that maneuver, periapsis circularize, is only 291. But the problem is then I'm going the opposite direction as the surface. And so whatever the moon's surface velocity is makes a big difference there. Also that radial, actually let's go back to node 1 here. Because we're adding, okay, node 2, we need to delete you. You're just confusing things. confusing myself. If we come in front of the moon, shouldn't that slow us down? I always get confused by these. So we'd come in front of the moon, and then that's basically showing us being slingshotted out. Oh no, the purple one is the current one. Because right now we are going behind the moon. The purple one out here. But then this purple would be after our maneuver burn. But then shouldn't that slow us down? So why is this green one then launching us out? That doesn't sound right. Oh. It's because of the angle. I guess the whole time we spend inside of the moon's gravity well, so that's interesting. It's like a gravity launch regardless of whether we go in front of it or behind it. Huh. Because the closer we are to the moon, the more it's pulling us towards it, which even if we're in front of it, it's not necessarily slowing us down because we also spend all this time behind it. If we were in front of it the whole time and approached from a different angle, I wonder if that would change things. Like, how would we even do that? I mean, I guess it'd be more like this. And then the radial, I'm just curious, trying to figure out, like, the radial would be more... I mean, no matter how I cut it, it spends a lot of time behind it. And the green one is still, yeah, launching me out, which is interesting. Huh. Interesting stuff. Okay, well, regardless, this is all kind of pointless because we already know what we're going to do. The other thing I don't know is it better to just suicide burn straight in, or should you circularize and then land? My inclination is that it's better to just suicide burn straight in. I could be wrong about that. So, it'd be nice is if we... Oh, an EVA report. Cool. So a tiny bit of prograde right now is going to get me more towards the surface, so let's do that. Just a tiny bit. I need to turn down the engine, actually. So something like that. So then I'll just be able to suicide burn right there. That feels like the most efficient thing to me. So I'm going to quick save. Oh, we're in space high now, so I need... Okay, you know what? First of all, I forgot about the little Kerbals right there. Second, we need to lock position and size, but then we want to go to toolbar controller. And where is it? Science alert. I want to be on the Blizzy toolbar. That's better. Okay. Deploy all except EVA. Keep. Collect all. Oh gosh. So I need to be, unfortunately, hitting collect all. Oh, I get it. So collect all is running a version. It's doing something that you actually can't do from here. There is no collect all button on the command pod, right? Yeah, you can't just collect all data. So this button actually transfers science in between modules differently. Like what I actually want to do is that. And then in space high over Kerbin, review stored data. Yeah, we already have high over Kerbin. Somehow we're getting double crew reports. So we need to discard that. And then we also want EVA data, which we don't have yet. So... But it's not letting me do EVA. It's confusing. Oh no, don't break the solar panels. Oh crap. We need to restore Science Junior. Okay. So we're not going to use that collect all button again. We're just going to do that. All right. Did I actually do the maneuver? Yeah, I did. Okay, so then I'm good to save it again. And then basically just speed up time. We can also delete this waypoint. Speed up time like a lot. So there's the moon. We are approaching its sphere of influence. There we go. Okay. Deploy all except EVA. See, EVA is not even showing up here, which is weird. But then it goes on EVA. EVA report. Keep. So this is Jebediah. What are these? Personal parachute and EVA jetpack. So why did that introduce so much spin? That's really annoying. Collect all. Now the science good things need to be reset. No. What am I doing? Space, let go. R, jetpack. There we go. Okay, so we want to reset the containment, reset the Science Junior, board again. Okay. So we are going to be surface retrograde at the last possible minute. Looks like we're still 7 hours away from that, though. So we'll do a little quick save. Okay, 5 hours, 3 hours, 1 hour. Okay, 20 minutes. Ten minutes. All right, here we go. So we want to deploy all except EVA. We want to collect all. Keep. Then we want to EVA Bob. We want to EVA report, keep. I think when you deploy all except EVA, what happens is it kind of takes that off the list for now. Observe. No, wait. Oh, I don't need to restore that one yet because it gets 2 usages. So then we can grab that board. Collect all. Got the EVA report now. Good to go. Okay. So I'm going to save for reals. Don't want to quick save over that on accident. Landing gear. Extend. I don't know what happened to the sound. And then we should be good. Suicide burn is not calculating yet. It's okay. What even... Is it an EVA report? It's not even showing me. Wait, estimated burn 18 minutes. Oh. There we go. Oh, okay, 120 seconds. We'll wait for 2/3, which is 80 seconds, and then start our burn. Hopefully we can manage this. I lost my sound again. I don't know what's up with that. Does it have to do with this waterfall thing? Probably. I don't even know. Oh, I like the sound of engines. That's really sad. We can't hear it. Okay, so it looks like we can beat the 2/3, so we'll stop at 90 for burn. Wait 3 seconds. Because depending on the acceleration that you get from an engine, it's going to change what ratio your impact versus burn should be. And we actually get more acceleration as we burn fuel, so that actually makes the ratio even better. So I'll wait till we're at 60 seconds of burn. And then, you know, again, let it count down to 40. I might even wait till 35, be a little bit more on the risky side. Save more fuel that way. Now we'll count down to estimated burn of 30. All right. Fastly approaching the surface. Okay, it does look like we're catching up. We're right at 30-20, which is the 2/3, which is great. We'll see if we can land on a flat enough portion. Saying the slope is between 1 and 9 degrees. It'd be cool if we could land on the engine. I'm going to let my burn get down to 10. And then we're going to quick save here. And this is a good point to finish up on. So I think we're going to go with 6 seconds. Final burn. Okay, slow down the burn. Good. Okay. Cut the engines. Have just enough that we fight our surface velocity. It gets so wiggly at these last stages. 3 meters a second, 2 meters a second. Oh, slow down, slow down. That's not good. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Can we get up from this? I'm curious. If we jettison that, and then... No. Nope, everything blows up. Oh gosh. Quick load. Quick save. Yeah, that one's good. Okay, we're not gonna land on the engine. Scratch that. Oh, gotta stretch the neck. We will just land on the landing gear as designed. If this was Min-Miss, definitely could have pulled it off, but this is not Min-Miss. Okay. How's it going, Acri? Alright. This time we will jettison the last stage before we land. Can't quite balance. Yeah, I really could have designed this better with some like asparagus staging and stuff. So that the landing gear still touches the ground even if I have an extra stage of engine. Okay, here we go. So that stage blows up, and then hopefully we land softly enough. Ooh, okay. Are we good? Yes! Moon landing. Songs of Six will be soon. I'm gonna finish this moon landing mission, and then we'll be playing Songs of Six after that, maybe with like a 10-minute break in between. So I'd guess in the next half hour to hour, I'll be starting up songs. So we have a lot of science to do. Oh, not transfer window planer. Holy cow, that's so good. I love it. Click, 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 click. Click, click, click. Biogel can't be done right now. What? Can that only be done on atmospheric planets or something ridiculous like that? Collect all. Bam. Oh, tell me, how do you build diagonal roads? I would love to hear that. While I try to figure out why I can't do this core drill. What the? That's not. Okay, so that literally pokes down. I see. Oh, I can only use on atmospheric planets. Okay, well, that sucks. Okay, so Bob is going to EVA. He's going to let go. Jetpack. Why are you not jetpacking? Okay, whatever. Surface sample. EVA report. And then he's going to jetpack up, reset the mystery goo, restore. Oh, he fell off. Whoa! Nice acrobatics there. And then we are going to plant flag. Bam. Hooray! Alright. And then fly back up. I don't know why they're so sticky. Okay, grab on, jump in, collect all. Looks like we got everything. Okay, why did he go back down to level 2 or level 1? I'm so confused. And Jebediah needs to plant a flag too. There we go. Okay. Which should level him up to 2. Orbit around Kerbal. This should say, like, planted flag on moon. Because I thought I had the immediate experience thing turned on, so they should, like, get their levels as soon as they do the thing. And I'm pretty sure the scientist guy was already at level 2. Maybe I don't have that turned on. I swear I did. Kerbal's level up immediately. Yeah, that is turned on. It just doesn't seem to be working. Okay. So this is a good point to save. And then we have 2,500 Delta V. I think we only need about 1,300 to get back home. Maybe 1,400 to be safe. So we have enough Delta V to hop at least one biome, I think. And get a bunch more science from that biome. So let me turn on the overlay biome map. And we can see what's nearby. We're currently in the lowlands. I didn't land in a very good place. I can maybe get the midlands and highlands if I go west. And potentially a crater even. So west seems to be the best. Or southeast, I could get midlands and notable craters. But if I go west, I have a good chance. Now you still haven't told me, Acri, how on earth do I get diagonal roads? You gotta tell me. Very curious. Okay, so we're gonna go west, which is 270. All right. Okay, well, you'll have to tell me in like an hour when we're playing Songs of Six, because I need to know. All right, going sideways here. 20-degree angle seems good. Maybe I need more like a 30-degree angle. Get the biome map back. Tiny bit of south actually would be good. Perfect. Keep going. Bit more south. Perfect. We'll just land right there. Okay, so that was about 400 Delta V, and it'll be 400 on the landing end, so this is probably the only jump we get. Now, EVA report. How have we still not done this? Oh, right. This EVA reports are by biome. Okay. All right, speed up a little bit. I'm gonna quick save, so if I crash spectacularly, I can undo that. I'm not that much of a hardcore player. If this game ran perfectly at 60 frames a second, I'd honestly, like, half the reason you crash is because of weird lag spikes and weird glitches with landing gear and stuff like that. Not so much that it's actually your fault. Okay, so we want retrograde. Estimated burn is 40, so I'll go at 27. Yeah, tell me all about it. Still no engine sound. So sad. I wonder if I just load the quick save, if that would come back. Although I did already load a quick save and it didn't come back, so I probably would have to restart the game or something. I'm not going to do an EVA report right here. Ooh, slow down, slow down, slow down. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. Gosh. So that happens sometimes. Your retrograde flips around, and that can be really bad because then your craft all of a sudden wants to point down. That was my bad. Okay, let's try this again. A bit more gently. I'm gonna do a little bit of thrust limiting. Okay, 3, 2. I want a soft impact, 2 meters a second, seems okay. Oh, please don't fall over. Please don't fall over. Please don't fall over. Whew. Okay. A 96% gemstone prospect. So that's how much you can tax, right? When you do the tax button. Temperature, seismic, goo, material. Magnetometer, laser, crew report, atmospheric pressure. And then we want Bob to go do EVA. Surface sample, EVA report. Keep. Let go, fly. Fly. Can't stand on the solar panels, Bob. Reset the Science Junior. Reset the goo container. Oh, crap. I wasn't supposed to reset those yet. I hadn't collected all. Observe mystery goo. Keep that. I'll take the data. Why am I doing it this way? Keep. Okay. Crap. Gotta collect it. And then restore it. There we go. How much? I used almost a whole unit of EVA propellant. I still don't know what EVA science experiment is or why I can't actually do it. Okay, collect all. We have 43 different data pieces. Nice. Yeah, 139 gemstone is pretty great. Because those sell for what, like 400? So that's like 40,000 a season, which is a great amount of money to start with. Although, I don't know if you saw my most recent video, but like selling jewelry is the real way to go. Or were you making jewelry from the gemstones? Maybe that's what you were doing with it. Because that definitely makes you more money than just selling gemstones, if you can handle it. Okay, I think I'm good. So now, because I don't have enough Delta V for another hop. So now I need to figure out how, and this is why you build a rover, to be honest. A rover could literally go to every single place on the moon, which is awesome. And then you can build like a little probe to like come get the science from the rover, or you can just transmit it, but you can actually like dock with the rover and then transfer the experiments into the storage module and then launch the probe back. I did that once and it felt so cool. So we want to go back to Kerbal. So most of our thrust needs to be this way, but the moon is going to pull us back. So we kind of need to launch, I don't know, this angle probably. Yeah, 4 million in treasury is plenty of money. Oh, and then we're also going to get pulled up. So we need to go southeast, probably, and at an angle of, I'm going to say 40 degrees above the horizon. So we're going to save it, and we're going to try that and see how it turns out. So south is that way. East at 40. Okay, so that's like right here. And that hopefully will get us back towards Kerbal, which is up there. Okay, let's speed this up just a smidge. Time warp 3x. This might actually work out properly. That's awesome. What happens when you conquer a region? I've actually never done anything with that, and I don't really know how that works. Oh, crap. We need... Oh, I should have been going north, not south. I screwed that up. Well, we still have 600. Let's see if I can fix this. Or 360 delta V. Nah, that didn't work out. Okay, load game. Weird. So if I do that, it does weird things. But then if I F9, I can load this. Quick save 11 is what we want. Yeah, Acri, I'm considering... Oh, you can admin things just like in your starting region. But can you actually build buildings or cities there? Or is it... Like, what would those taxes do? Do you end up getting those in your city? If you tax another region? And what would be the point of things like infrastructure if you can't build buildings in the city? Like infrastructure and knowledge and all that, like it, because, or is that going to help you produce stuff in your city? No, that wouldn't make sense, because those bonuses are like the city level bonuses. Okay, in any case, we need to go north a little bit. Because going south made me go way too far south. So, and a little bit lower than 40 degrees. I think 30 degrees might be better. So we'll go 30 degrees northeast. So if you do infrastructure on a conquered city, that actually gives you more production in your city? Because that wouldn't make much sense to me. But the taxes make sense. Okay, maybe we just want more east. Let's just go a tiny bit north instead of a lot north. It gives more production on the taxable things. Huh. Interesting. So the amount you tax increases if you turn up infrastructure on a conquered city? Gotcha. Well, I can play around with it later, too. Alright, hopefully this works a little better. Now we've raised it up a little too high. Yeah, I think I should have just gone straight east. Periapsis. All right. Should be good enough. 10 days. 8 days. So once I'm there. Oh, geez. Let's see. What is it? Radial that's gonna get me there? Yeah, I think we'll be okay. So what I really want is this to go down a little bit. And then carbon periapsis. And a little bit of prograde here. There we go. Yeah, knowledge is clearly the most important thing in the game, and admin maybe second. I'm at the point in my game where I could probably just import everything I need and just make jewelry and sell that. Jewelry and tools are maybe the only two things that are worth making. Okay, start burn in 1:40. So let's speed up time a little bit. Okay, 1 hour, 30 minutes. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Okay. Maneuver node, 100 meters a second. Let's go. Okay. So now my carbon periapsis is basically perfect. It's actually a little bit too low. Let's stick with it. See what happens. I will save now in case that comment should change later. Oh, also, what are all these milestones I got? Contract complete. Lost all my stages. We got tons of money again. And finished a bunch of contracts. So I have more money than when I started. Yeah, libraries, administration, and then service. So like a bunch of, bathhouses and dormitories and stuff. Canteens. All right, so I think we've escaped the gravitational influence of the moon. That's good. Where even is Kerbal? Can't see it. There it is. All right, we got 3 days to periapsis. 1 day, 6 hours, 2 hours. Okay, we'll wait. Wait a second here. Oh, geez, science alert. You need to turn off for now. Okay, we'll get to like re-entry in 2 minutes. Okay, so here is where now, what's the point of a cut stone building? I haven't learned if there's any point to that at the moment. Because it seems like regardless of what the building's made out of, it doesn't give any awe or harmony. So what does that even do? So we'll jettison that, then we'll turn surface retrograde. Jettison sideways so that it can't run into us if something weird happens. So AGX, how do I get rid of that? I didn't mean to turn that on. Anyway, alright, well, here goes nothing. I don't really have any control after this point. I should arm the parachute, but that's about it. The rest of it's just hopefully everything goes the way it did before. Oh, right. Well, I think the Cretonians actually like wood buildings, if I remember correctly. So that's kind of nice because wood is cheap. All right, I'm gonna speed up to 3x. I quick saved if anything goes horribly wrong. We have a much steeper angle of attack this time, so we can see the ablators lasting longer. And my atmo efficiency is going way higher because the atmosphere is more thick. My guys are actually going to pass out. But we're actually slowing down a lot faster, and so you need less ablator if you go to steeper angle. Which in this case I think was a good thing. Because in our test, our periapsis was 40k, and in this test, our periapsis was like 3k. So, you know, thinking about like what happened, we came in more like this, whereas before we kind of came in around and then slowed down as we were curving around the planet. This time we kind of got to a lower altitude much quicker. Yeah, the round shapes versus square shapes is also interesting. Okay, Jeb has consciousness again. That's good. Not that it would matter. This thing could land even if they were both dead. All right, well, I'm going to quick save, and hopefully we finish off this mission successfully. Okay, chute is pre-deployed. Stone degrades less than wood, but doesn't it... and I mean, I guess this is less of an issue if you're rich, but the stone costs more when you use stone to fix things. So I guess you need less janitors overall, but requiring cut stone to do your maintenance rather than wood is a more costly maintenance, probably. So I don't actually know, you know, what wins out in that exchange, but probably since money's not so much of an issue, the cut stone buildings are better. All right, and now our parachute's deployed. We got 4 meters a second, and we just got to speed up time a little bit. I still don't know how I opened this AGX menu. Oh, right there. No, there it is. Right click on that. Okay, 400 meters, 350, getting closer, 250, 200, 150. Yeah, you're probably right. Workforce who can make jewelry is more valuable than pretty much anything else. 50, 40. All right, we're gonna have a nice soft landing. And I can even do more science once I land. Ta-da! Contract complete. Beautiful. All right. Let's do a crew report, I guess. Recover vessel. How much science did we get? 2,000 maybe? My guess is 2,000. Which is not as much as I'd like. A rover probably would have been better. But here we are. It's really a physics-based, like, space simulator. Hey, look at that. 2,400 science. 2,200 earned. That's great. So that'll allow us to do a lot of new researches in here. Yeah, all the sound effects are not working for some reason. And we could get better rockets and engines. Oh, there's the poodle. Yeah, we didn't research it. Could probably go for nuclear propulsion, which is pretty great. But yeah, I think I'm probably not going to play a lot more Kerbal Space Program. It really just depends on what I want to do. If I really want to play the game, I will. But I haven't had a ton of KSP viewers, and I'm enjoying Songs of Six a little bit more right now. So I was telling people earlier this might be my last KSP stream. So if you're watching on YouTube and you've really been enjoying it, let me know in the comments, and maybe I can do some more. But I'm probably switching over my weekly streams to Songs of Six for now, at least. And generally, my streams are more of a bit of a turnaround. Like when I find a new game that I like, I'll play that for a while and then switch more regularly. You know, Factorio is the game that like I'm always going to be doing videos for that, unless I take a short break at some point. But anyway, I'm gonna call it a stream. We've done a moon landing, we've done a Minmus landing, we've conquered the Kerbal system. And if I do come back to more KSP, I will be going to some other planets. The first planet I would go to is probably Duna, which I'll take a look at that. Someone also mentioned another planet that I should at least look at before I close out the game. Duna. Oh. I thought it's time warp. I thought the bracket keys worked for shifting what planet you're looking at, but they don't seem to be working right now. So Duna is this planet right here, which is kind of the Mars equivalent. It is inner solar system, so you can't go to other solar systems, at least in the base game. There are some mods you can download that add other stars that you can get to, but I've never... I think it's in the Hammock system, remembering correctly. No, that's wrong, I think. That planet's just by itself. But yeah, you can fly to these other planets, land on them, get science there. There's all sorts of cool stuff. And Kerbal Space Program 2 is being worked on. It probably will still be a while before it's out. But yeah, exactly. I mean, this is a semi-realistic game. I'd say it's, you know, a lot simpler than actually being NASA. Here's Huygen, which is a cool-looking planet. Has a very dense atmosphere, actually. But yeah, so Kerbal Space Program is pretty fun. I think a few things that get in the way are the frame rate and some of the glitchiness with wheels and landing gear and stuff like that. But overall, it's a really sweet game, and I'm looking forward to Kerbal Space Program 2. So I think I'll call it a stream here. I'll be back in just a little bit with some Songs of Six. I'll see you then, Acri, and you can tell me how to make diagonal roads, which will be nice. But yeah, I'm going to call it a stream for now, get some lunch, and then I'll be back.